Welcome, Philly, to your favorite sports show, Broad, hosted by Jesse Town and Sam Wilson. They're smart, they're sexy, and they're all Philly. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome into week 8 of Babes on Broad pregame live. Woo! Our own hype man. Yeah. I am Sam Wilson with my co-host Jesse Town, and we are the Babes on Broad, brought to you by Bleeding Green Nation and SB Nation. So let's get right into this show because it's going to be a fun one. Dallas week.
Dallas sucks.
I just have my cute sweatshirt on.
Perfect. Let's just get it right out there. Dallas sucks.
They do.
Dallas sucks.
Brutal. So, obviously, we're virtual again this week. What are you sipping on and eating?
So, I'm about to get a cup of coffee after this because it's been a long day, long weekend. So, I am just staying hydrated. I had some mimosas this morning. We had my mom came over to help address our save the dates. So, we had mimosas while we did that. So, I figured I would just not have a headache at like 8 p.m. when the Eagles start and just, hydrate. But we also just had some Chinese food. That was really good.
Oh, Chinese sounds amazing.
What that always helps me when I'm hungover. Chinese food is the necessity.
You just brought it up. I'm drinking water also because Halloween killed me. Your girl was dead all day, but I'm back and I'm here. But so I was going to eat soup, but the Chinese is a good move. I might do that.
Chinese food is the only thing that brings me back to life when I'm hungover.
Yes, that sounds delicious.
I highly recommend.
I know. I'm literally texting now. Dion's watching.
Chinese food. Okay, yes, but diving right into it. Let's get some of this stupid stuff out of the way. So let's get through the injury report really quick. Once again, the normal Eagles stuff that we got to do. Jannard Avery was sent to the IR this week, along with Nathan Gary, who apparently I saw somewhere that he ruptured his Achilles, which I'm not sure if that's what happened, but
I have no clue what his injury was and how it happened, when it happened, anything. I feel like it just happened.
Yes, I totally agree. So I saw somewhere that it was an Achilles. I don't know how true that is, so do not quote me on it. I could be very, very wrong. Craig James is out this week with a hamstring injury. Crayvon LeBlanc out with a quad injury. Miles Sanders out with his knee injury. Jack Driscoll still out with an ankle injury as well. Alshon Jeffrey out, but with a new injury this time. That guess what? When he showed up on the injury report and then the press conference happened, Doug Peterson didn't even know what part of Alshon Jeffrey was injured.
Wait, so it's not the calf? It's something other?
It's the calf, but he was like, I don't know. His foot's fine. I think it's a calf. I don't really know. Like, he was kind of just like, why are we even talking about this? He's so irrelevant.
Yeah.
We need to not have this conversation anymore. So he, as I said, is irrelevant. The other one, it's looking like, now I don't believe the official injury report has come out yet. However, all signs are pointing to Lane Johnson not playing tonight and him being inactive. It's at 7 hours ago, the Eagles tweeted, game status update, Lane Johnson, knee, ankle is questionable for tonight's game. They have not put out their official active and inactive list at this point. So not totally sure there. Guys like Derek Gunn are tweeting that, it's looking like he's going to be out and not going to play. So I would trust what Derek Gunn knows. When he tweeted out, I was like, all right, like, yeah. But on some other good news, Malik Jackson was a full go in practice and should play. Kayvon Wallace, same thing, full go in practice, should play. The Eagles are also getting back Jason Peters, Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Reagor. Oh, wait, as we're talking right now, the inactives list has just come out.
Perfect.
Timing. Fantastic. Okay, Eagles inactives tonight. Jack Driscoll, Craig James, Alshon Jeffrey, Lane Johnson, Cravon LeBlanc, Miles Sanders, and Nate Sudfeld.
Okay, so Lane is out, which I prefer. Yeah, it's no secret. I prefer that.
Yeah, I
was going to say, just because we talked about it in the show earlier this week with JP back now, that it kind of makes sense if Lane's out to have JP over there and Mailata on the other side, like on doing the right tackle.
Yeah, and you and I talked about it. There was absolutely no way we were okay with Jordan Mailata not starting tonight, no matter where it was. And the only way we would be okay with Jason Peters starting is if they were keeping Lane Johnson out, whether his knee was bothering him or just for precautionary reasons, to keep him out, get him, the bye week to get a little bit more healthy, and then go from there, especially with the tough schedule they have coming up. There was no reason that either Lane Johnson wouldn't be benched, obviously, but Jordan Mailata should be benched in favor of Jason Peters starting. So it's looking like we'll have Jordan Mailata on the right side, Jason Peters on the left side, and I guess we'll kind of see how that goes. I'm not super worried about it, especially, if I would be annoyed if they were just doing whatever they could to get JP back in the game. That would frustrate me to no end, but I'm okay with it. And then on the opposite side for Dallas, Andy Dalton is obviously out with that concussion. So Ben DiNucci is your starting quarterback there. Sean Lee was activated off the IR. Joe Looney was activated off the IR. And Zach Martin was out last week with a concussion. He is back in the lineup this week as well. But I think the biggest things, here is the return of Jalen Reagor and Dallas Goedert. What kind of vibes does that give you going into tonight? Does that help them? Does it hurt them? What do you think that does for the Eagles tonight?
It's going to extremely help them. I mean, last week, Richard Rodgers was the leading receiver. So having Dallas Goedert in there, I mean, hopefully it's Dallas that takes over that role unless they try to think he's a threat and double team him. But if he does, then it opens up the rest of the field. So that kind of goes into like what I'm about to say later. But just because Dallas has that core receiving group, it's nice to have the Eagles kind of get nowhere close to their magnitude of talent, but have Jalen Reagor back. You have Travis Fulgham. You have Zach Ertz. You have other people and more options for Carson, which is great against this defense because it should justify us beating them even worse than we think.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about it. So, the Eagles are playing the Dallas Cowboys. That's no secret. It's Dallas week. We've been hype all week for this, especially after an Eagles win over the Giants, an embarrassing Dallas loss, and the Dallas Cowboys just seemingly getting worse every day of the week. Even the national media is talking about how terrible the Cowboys are. What a time to be alive. The Eagles are terrible, but the Cowboys are worse. It's so exciting. It's a great time in Philadelphia. But so I let's, talk about the Cowboys a little bit. I mean, so Dak was putting up yards, unfortunately, before he got hurt. But they still weren't really winning. Like Dak was throwing for 400, 500 yards, and they were still losing because their defense is just so bad. Andy Dalton helped them beat the Giants when Dak went out, but they are still not a good football team. Their last two games are two back-to-back losses, one to the Arizona Cardinals, who are a very good football team. But, I mean, they beat them in so many different ways. Kyler Murray threw for 2 touchdowns, ran in for 1, and Kenyon Drake also had 2 touchdowns in that game. And then they just flew up to Washington to kick a field goal, which it seems like a waste of a trip in my opinion, but hey. Zeke's under – not just Zeke, as a team, they are below the Eagles in rushing yards. The Eagles have 800 some rushing yards to this point. The Cowboys have 700 something.
Which is strange. So just on that real quick, because they do have Zeke and they are having quarterback problems because ever since Dak got hurt. So what do you think is the reason for that? Just because their receiving core is so good?
Offensive line's terrible. Their offensive line's been bad. So they
Didn't
were
even
so good a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they've had some injuries, and they've also got some age there as well now. So they have not been playing well even remotely.
Yeah.
And you know, a bigger part of it is the way that these games have been going. They have to rely on their quarterbacks to get them points because, I mean, if they are in control of the game and they are in control of the clock, using Zeke is one thing, but I mean, they've been losing by so much in so many different spots and have been in crucial spots where they don't have time to run the football and lose that time on the clock, that they just don't have the time to utilize Zeke in certain situations where, you know, if they're winning, they would prefer to. So, and, you know, and their defense also, you know, on the opposite side can't stay off the field. So, you know, when they're losing and there's not enough time on the clock because their defense can't get off the field, they don't have
can't run the ball.
Yeah, can't run the ball the way that they would like to. I mean, their defense is allowing a 50% third down conversion rate right now. It's bad. Like, they're bad. They're really bad. They only have 13 sacks. You know, 6th most in yards allowed per game. The Eagles are 21st in yards allowed per game. The Cowboys are just letting people go all the way up and down the field on them. They're allowing the most rushing yards per game. That's how bad that defense is. And the Eagles are allowing the 9th most. So we've been talking about the Eagles having a good run defense. They do not. So they need to figure that out. But the Cowboys are worse. So, you know, the Cowboys are also allowing the most points per game. Allowing the opposing team to score the most points per game. They also lead the league in giveaways, giving the ball away. The Eagles are not far behind them. They have given the ball away 16 times. We have given the ball away 13 times. Still not as bad as the Cowboys. The Eagles have also forced 8 turnovers, while the Cowboys have only forced 3. And their only guy who has an interception so far is injured and out tonight. So, 2 of the biggest matchups here that I see are Ben DiNucci and the Eagles defensive line, especially after he was trying to talk a little bit of trash, like, oh yeah, send the house. Well, it's coming. And it has Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Javon Hargrave, Malik Jackson.
Well, and that's the thing too. We've been talking about where have those guys really been this season so far, especially like BG early in the game last week, and then Fletcher Cox still. I feel like every week I'm like, okay, we're going to see it from Fletcher, we're going to see it, and we don't. But so
we better.
Dallas week, I mean, that's when the time is there for them to just
send them. Jim Schwartz needs to send them send them. Just send them.
Agreed.
And then I think it'll be interesting to see what the defense also does in terms of Darius Slay. Will he follow Amari Cooper around, or because they have so many good receivers, will he just play one side and whoever is that's going to be an interesting one to watch as well, because now, I mean, the Eagles got Avonte Maddox back last week, which was great, but now Cravon's hurt. So, and Craig James is also hurt. So,
and even though it doesn't make that much of a difference, but you also don't have Nate Gary. So they are, I don't even know if I could list the whole starting defense right now because I don't know who it's going to be.
Back as well from injury. So that's helpful.
Okay,
Singleton that's going to be out there. The defensive line is pretty much fine. You've got Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham will all be out there in rotation tonight.
Malik Jackson's back.
Malik Jackson's back, which is huge. Fletcher Cox, John Hargrave. So all those guys are out there. I mean, we're going to get a lot of TJ Edwards tonight. I think we'll probably see some Sean Bradley mixed in there as well. Maybe a little bit of Davion Taylor in certain situations, depending. They started to utilize him a little bit more actually on defensive snaps the last couple of weeks. I don't know how much of that we'll continue to see. Who knows? But I think it'll be interesting to see what they do if they're going to move Jalen Mills around a little bit. And if he's not necessarily going to play the entire time at safety, he's going to play a little bit at corner, because they're also getting Kayvon Wallace back again this week as well. So they'll be able to put him back there as well with Rodney McLeod. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I definitely agree with this right here. Anybody out there better than 47? That's not false.
Yeah.
Not wrong at all. But all right, so what do you think are your keys to the game then on the offense? We've touched on a couple different things here, but in order for the Eagles to beat the Cowboys tonight, what do they have to do on the offensive side of the ball, in your opinion?
So it's funny because I actually wrote down part of my offensive part, and then when I moved to our defense section, I saw we basically had the same thing written down, which is funny. So, but from my point of view from the offense, they cannot play down tonight. And that's one of the things that you see a lot, especially with the Eagles, but then in division games as well, because both sides are able to play up. So in this case, it just makes me a little bit nervous, but they need to not play down. They need to come out of the gates hitting hard. And I think it's going to be a good game for Fulgham and Ertz. And I mean, not Ertz, Goddard. And I'm excited to see Jalen Reagor out there for his first Dallas game.
I'm so excited.
I know. I expect a big game from Reagor.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a key receiver.
I totally agree. My biggest key is going to be, I think they need to keep a good balance of running and passing with what they do tonight. And I think even without Miles Sanders, this Dallas defense is so bad. And we just talked about how they are allowing the most rushing yards per game in the league. They can still utilize Boston Scott and Corey Clement's strengths to be able to get them where they need to go this week, especially against this defense. They're so bad. You're at the link. I know there's not going to be that many people there, but they're still going to be loud enough.
Gio's going to be there.
Gio's going to be there. I cannot wait to see his videos that come out of this. I'm so excited for that kid. I can't even handle it. But, so that's what they need to do there. And then on the opposite end, they need to be able to stretch the field with Jalen Reagor and John Hightower. These Dallas corners can absolutely not keep up with them. It's just if they tried. I mean, they're just so much quicker. So get them involved early. Get Dallas's defense on their heels. And last week we talked about starting fast and continuing to put that pressure on from the offensive side. They started fast, and then I don't know where they went until the fourth quarter. They need to start fast and just keep going. Yeah. Just keep going. What about on the defensive end for you, Sam? What do you think they've got there?
I've been talking about it all week, and it kind of makes me nervous just because this Dallas receiving core is so good. Potential to be so good. So it makes me nervous that they have good key plays that can spread out the field. And my thing is Ben DiNucci's not good, but that allows you to open the field and do the trick plays and things that the Eagles might not be prepared for. So to me, the biggest key for this game is to watch and control the scrappy play that they're about to get. What about you?
I think that'll be interesting. So my defensive point is what you said for offense. Do not play down to your opponent. You played so well against the Ravens and looked like absolute fools against Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. Do not play down to your opponent. I understand that it's a division game and tensions are a little bit higher. Adrenaline takes you a little bit further, and it doesn't matter how good or bad either team is. It's going to be competitive initially, at least. Do not play down to your opponent. They are terrible. Make them feel how terrible they truly, truly, truly are. Go after this little rookie who tried to talk trash in his first week in the NFL. He's already out here trying to taunt you, saying, bring the house. Freaking bring it. Show him what it's like to play in the NFL. And not even just that, show him what it's like to play in Philadelphia on Sunday night. We're wearing that dumb star on his helmet. Show him what it is like.
Jess, you got me pumped.
Yeah. Who does he think he is? It's infuriating. I'm sorry. Has no one explained this to you? It's not the smartest thing to say. Yeah,
don't give them bulletin board material when it's already Dallas week. They don't need anything else.
We don't need anything else, but they just, that's what they did. They just gave it to these guys, and I expect fully. I mean, Rodney McLeod said it earlier this week. Last year, we went down there, and they embarrassed us on their home field. We plan on doing the same. Do it.
I love it.
Do it. Do it.
With that being said, what's your score?
I'm feeling it. I was feeling it last week, but I'm really feeling it today. I feel good. 30-10 Eagles. The defense is going to rock it, and that offense is going to come out firing.
I'm not far off. My one thing though, so I'm going with what I truly think the score should be, but I am kind of concerned just because the Eagles do have the tendency to play down. It is a division game, and the fact that Dallas got embarrassed by Washington last week, so I feel like they're going to try to be playing hard. Try is the key word. But with that being said, the Eagles should win, and my score is going to be 27-13 Eagles. So not far from yours.
No.
That's my mom. That's my mom's. That's my mom's.
Absolutely right. Pound them into the ground. Make them humiliated to have to go back to Dallas, Texas.
Agreed. I'm going to tell you what, that woman is going to be screaming at the TV the whole entire game because it's Dallas week. Okay, so the rest of the NFC East.
So I believe
Washington.
Do they have a bye this week?
They must.
So I honestly, I didn't look because I just assumed they either A, had a bye, or B, already would have played. So it wouldn't have made sense to talk about them.
Okay.
I just don't care enough to look to see what the Washington football team is doing also.
Yeah, they did have the bye.
Okay, good to know. So the Giants and the Bucks, Monday Night Football, Tom Brady and Daniel Jones. Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean,
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Stomp fest of the Bucks to the 35-10, 100%. Tom Brady's just going to go light them on fire.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you. I'm saying 30-6 because I don't even see a touchdown. I think it's 2 field goals. That's give them the benefit of the doubt. They get 2 field goals.
I like this prediction here. The Eagles are going to go 9-6-1, and they're just going to, which means they're just going to absolutely roll from here.
Yeah.
42-10. If they score 42 points tonight, I think I'll lose my mind. This will be the best thing ever. They have a bye next week? I'm going to ride this high for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's such a good point. I love that. I'm so excited.
Oh, what a time. But see, like, then there's the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, if it goes the other way, then we have to think about it for 2 weeks, and it's going to, I'll be sad.
But it shouldn't. There's no reason it should.
Oh, I hope not. All right. Should we get into some prop bets? I'm actually pretty excited about the prop bets and trivia tonight. I think we have.
I know. I was looking through them, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do for this, but
I'm pretty excited. All right. So as we're going through these, please respond in the comments what you think, and if you would like to give a reason as well, but so we can bring them up on the screen and we can talk about your thoughts. All right. First one, Carson Wentz rushing yards over under 20.
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to take the over.
Yes.
I wasn't going to insult Carson Wentz by saying who was going to have more yards today, him or Ben DiNucci. I'm not even going to ask that question because that's insulting. And I am not going to do that. But over. I love it.
Yeah, we have a couple overs.
Over.
They're agreeing with us.
I love it. All right. Next one. Oh, and one more over. Next one. Over under 2 turnovers by the Eagles defense.
I might push it. I'm saying 2.
2?
Yeah.
Would you like to predict what specifically, like who has an interception? Is there a fumble? What is it?
I say Darius Slay is going to get an interception because it's his first Dallas game with the Eagles. So, and he knows the hype. Him and his wife. Yeah. So I'm saying a Darius Slay interception, and I'll say a Fletcher Cox forced fumble.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like it. I'm feeling it.
He's fumbling a little bit this year. He's had like 8. I forget how many fumbles he's had in his entire career. He's had like 4 this year alone, but it was like under 10 in his entire career, and he's had 4 so far. He had 2 in a game a couple weeks ago. Let's get it. Oh, we got an over. We have an over, way over.
Wow.
4. Oh, if the defense is doing this tonight, I will be unbearable.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so hungover, but if that happens, I might have to just start celebrating. You know what I mean? Yeah.
BG forced fumble. It's okay. All right. Okay.
I was gonna say BG, but I want to see a Fletcher Cox.
I do too.
Yeah.
We got some unders though. That makes me sad. I like this one. This one's still my favorite. Over,
Yeah, that's
way
a good
over.
one.
All right. Who is the Eagles' leader tonight in receiving yards?
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think he's gonna come out. Hopefully, this could all get thrown off depending where he is coming back from his injury, kind of thing. Like we might see him, I don't know, getting held and not as much playing time. But I hope he's not, and I think he's going to be a key factor tonight.
I'm thinking Dallas Goedert. Oh, we got another one.
I like that. I like Goddard. I think he's going to have a couple key plays as well as Fulgham tonight.
And they just don't have anyone that can stop him. He's just such a specimen that I don't think anybody can stop him.
Do you think we'll see any like him and Richard Rodgers on the field together kind of doing that tight end duo, or do you think it'll just kind of be mostly Goddard?
I think probably, especially if they're going to try to force the running the football issue. I definitely think we'll see some 2 tight end sets out there, especially because they're 2 really strong blocking tight ends.
Yeah.
That can be really helpful for them in certain situations. Also on some different, screen packages and things, depending on what they're doing or if they have some trick plays in there that they're going to use. Having 2 tight ends like that in there, especially when they try to do some of those stupid little things with Jalen Hurts, it could be helpful and actually could make some of those work a little bit better. So I definitely think they will utilize that. I think they're missing that right now.
Yeah.
Is that 12 personnel? All right, we got a Reagor or Ward. Hightower. People getting on the Hightower hype train out here. Hightower, Fulgham. I would just like to point out Sam was the first person there. Sam was the first person putting her confidence in him.
I did. I don't know if he's going to be the leading receiver, but maybe he'll catch another pass.
Who has a better day today? Travis Fulgham or Amari Cooper?
Ooh, Amari tends to light us up. You know what? I'm just going to keep the positivity. Travis Fulgham.
Travis Fulgham. All right.
When in doubt, keep the positivity.
When in doubt, just pick Travis Fulgham, obviously. Travis Fulgham is the winner of all. Yeah, Fulgham. Easy. No questions. No hesitation. Travis Fulgham.
I like it.
All right. This is my favorite question. Who is the star rookie of today? Jalen Reagor or CeeDee Lamb?
Hopefully Jalen Reagor. I'd go with that. I think he's going to be our leading receiver, so why not? Yeah, I'm going.
And I think he has something to prove. I think he knows. Yeah. He knows that he was not the preferred choice. He knows that there was someone. Not only did Eagles fans want CeeDee Lamb so bad, I was one of them. I would have done anything to have CeeDee Lamb on this roster. But he knows that, Justin Jefferson was also there, and that was an easy pick. I think he just has a time out there tonight.
I know. He needs it.
See, you know what? I love you, and you were our favorite until right now. Jalen Reagor, yep. No. Reagor. I think Reagor does well, but I think CeeDee has a better game. Boo.
Sad thing is, it's possible.
No, it's definitely possible, but
and that's what makes me.
He's wearing a Cowboys jersey, so he, by the transitive property, sucks.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
Makes sense.
Over under 3 sacks for the Cowboys defense.
Under.
I'm feeling the under. Maybe Carson Wentz keeps his jersey a little bit cleaner tonight. We think so?
I will be so sad if he gets sacked 3 times.
Yeah, this defense is pathetic. They better not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be embarrassing. Our offensive line's not that bad. I mean, we get back JP today. We'll have Mylat on the other side. They should be able to hold up just because they don't have Lane.
All right, we got another under. We're pushing. All right. Under. Yep. What is it with the negativity? There's no negativity allowed going into Dallas week.
That seems so high to me. 3 sacks for the Cowboys defense.
Yes.
People are staying under.
No, absolutely not.
Or over.
All right. Over under 3 sacks for the Eagles defense.
Over.
It better be over. I will lose all of my marbles.
I want to see a Fletch solo go and get him sack. That's what I want.
I like it.
I'm going to just every single game say that Fletcher is going to have a great game until he does.
And it's going to happen. I do it.
Because it's going to happen one of these times. And then my prediction will be right eventually.
Amazing. 5+. Hot take. I'll support it. Again, I'll support it. Same thing.
I like it.
Fletcher Cox is the man. That is absolutely true. Over under 3 turnovers combined for both teams.
3 turn. Oh, over.
Well, we'll say over because I think we were given lots to the Eagles defense. So over. All to the Eagles. Over.
I see at least 2 for the Eagles, and maybe 1 for.
God, I hope not. Maybe 1 towards like the end of the game when the Eagles are winning so much that Jalen Hurts gets to play the last like 7 minutes.
That'd be amazing. I love that.
3 total. Over. Push. Oh, wait. No, there's another one that came in.
I can see a push.
Yeah. 5 total. Okay. 5 total we can get on board with. Leading fantasy points getter for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going with either Rager or Carson. I think Carson's going to have a good game.
I'm going Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. All right. Trivia.
These are good ones.
Get those fingers on the keyboards ready. Oh, we got here. Agreement. Wentz. More agreement. Wentz. More agreement. Wentz.
I'm happy to see Craig's name. I wonder if he's going to be trivia champ again.
All right. Let's go. Who has the highest average yards per carry against the Dallas Cowboys? So what Philadelphia Eagles running back has the highest average yards per carry ever against the Dallas Cowboys?
Do 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 do.
Incorrect.
Good guess though.
Very
Let's work with the man. Yeah, not far off.
Nope.
We're getting there.
It was in the Westbrook time. It was in that era. I wish. No.
I feel like this guy gets forgotten about a lot.
He definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Corral Buckhalter has the highest average yards per carry against the Dallas.
I don't think I would have thought of that either, though, to be fair.
Oh, I don't know if this came in at the same time or what, but it was Corral Buckhalter. All right. Next question. Who is the only player in NFL history with 2 100-plus yard interceptions against the same team?
It's a tough one.
Yes. Chris, you did pick the wrong back. No.
That's a good guess.
It is a good guess. That's a really good guess.
Asante was the man. I love Asante Samuel.
I love Asante Samuel. I remember when they got him, I was so hyped for that.
I know. That was fun.
What a time.
What a time. Yeah.
Lito Shepherd had 2 100-plus yard interception returns. One was 101 yards. One was 102 yards. Oh, now they're all flooding in. Lito.
A lot of people got it. Nice.
Lito. Yes. Lito Shepherd against the Cowboys. He did it twice. Who was the first Eagle to throw a touchdown pass against the Cowboys?
I would have never known this in my life.
You get an extra point if you know who he threw it to.
Oh, that's cool.
Both
I have a question though.
Yes.
So is this the first ever Eagles quarterback?
No.
Okay. Who was the first ever Eagles quarterback? Bonus question.
I don't actually know the answer to that question.
Damn, Aaron.
think he might have been the first. Oh no. Red Kirkman was the first quarterback.
Wow. I wonder if Red was a nickname. That was a big nickname back in the day for red-headed people. My grandpa was red.
Nope.
This one's gonna be hard, so maybe we shouldn't wait too long.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tommy McDonald threw a pass to Norm Van Brocklin for the first touchdown the Eagles ever scored against the Dallas Cowboys.
What year was it? Do you know?
I do not know. That was not on the trivia sheet that I found. All right. Who is the only player to ever make a Pro Bowl both for the Eagles and the Cowboys?
This one's easy.
Only player to play for both teams and make a – no, that's not this question. And make a Pro Bowl while wearing each jersey. Yes.
Oh, we got it.
Good work. Chris got it first. But yes. It was, in fact, the one and only Tio.
Yep.
All right, last question. The Eagles versus Cowboys matchup has been featured as a primetime matchup in how many consecutive seasons? So the Eagles-Cowboys matchup has been on one of the 3 primetime slots for how many years running?
This is really cool.
Which is the longest primetime streak of current NFL rivalries. Higher. A little bit lower. Just a touch.
He's the closest, though.
The closest so far. Lower. That's a lot of years.
I will say, so we were
lower
8 when this started.
Yeah, that's how math works.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we got it. 17. In 17 consecutive years. So since we were 8 years old.
So since 2003, that's crazy.
Since 2003, the Eagles and Cowboys have played on either Thursday night, Sunday night, or Monday Night Football during the season. That's crazy.
Best rivalry. It's the best rivalry.
It is.
Out of all of football.
It is the best rivalry.
Yeah, look, Steelers and Ravens, they got 1 o'clock.
And hey,
and they have winning records.
They're 7-0. They were 7-0 and 5-1.
And we are 2-5. And we have a 2-5 and a 2-4-1. That's the better matchup, I'm telling you.
Let's go. That's what we're saying. Let's go. Yeah. Go Birds. Yes, we were 8. We were 8 in 2003. We were 8 17 years ago. We are 25. Go Birds. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah. All right. That's a wrap for today. We are also out. So thank you again for coming to another episode of our pregame show. Don't forget to check out our episodes this week as they're coming out. We'll do a recap episode, and maybe that'll probably be our only one for this week, and then we'll do one next week.
Yeah.
Maybe some other exciting things will happen in Philadelphia, and we'll talk about the Phillies, how they did not extend a qualifying offer to Didi Gregorius, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to let that ruin my Sunday.
Well, by the next live show, we'll know if JT accepted his offer, so that'll be fun.
Everyone pray. Everyone pray. But thank you again for tuning in to our pregame show for another week. Check out our episodes. Everybody else on BGN Radio this week. There'll be a bunch of stuff coming out, obviously, because it's Dallas week. But until then, go Birds. Dallas sucks. Fly, Eagles, fly.